G'day, Ron Buck up in North Queensland. Well, I went over to Roz's mum's this morning and Roz and her sisters cleaned up, did a bit of a spring clean on their mum's house out in the carport, and there was a lot of old stuff out there that had been sitting there for years. Anyway, I took the trailer over this morning and we did a dump run with all the old chairs and stuff like that Roz's mum was just cluttering up the place. Anyway, this was in the pile of stuff to throw out. It's a real old camp oven that obviously belonged to Roz's dad, Jerry. And I know Jerry used to love his backyard cook-ups and all that type of stuff. So there it is there. And I said to Roz, oh, we can't throw that out. That's an old beauty, this one. I'd hate to think how many years old it is. I don't even know if it'd have a date or anything on there, but that's probably as old as me, that. Who knows? I don't know how old it is, but it's a beauty. She's rusty. She's been sitting around for many years unused, and I had a look and I thought, you know what, I reckon I can get that back to a state where we can still use it in the shed for cook-ups and all that type of stuff. Don't want to go throwing stuff like that out. So how am I going to do it? First thing I'm going to do in a minute is get the little Azedo high pressure water squirter out. I'm going to give it a blast with that, and then I'm going to go into Bunnings and buy some cleaning vinegar and some steel wool, and I'm also going to use my drill with the wire brush on it, everyone. Might grab a different type of wire brush in at Bunnings, and then I'm going to go to Coles. I've got to do a bit of shopping anyway, get a bit of Super Fry, because after I give this a good scrub with cleaning vinegar and steel wool on that, I'm going to put it in the barbecue, hooded barbecue, get it really hot, and then we've got to season it again. I'll use some of that like solid Super Fry oil for that. So anyway, there it is there. It's not too bad inside. I've seen other camp ovens on YouTube and that have been in worse condition than that, and they've managed to get them back up and running. So the worst bit's just the top of the lid, really. But inside, that's going to come up nice, and once I season it again, get it really hot and season it a couple of times in the barbecue, I reckon we'll get this back to working again. It's a good old one. It's got like a pouring spout on this side, so if you want to pour a bit of the stew juice out or whatever, so it's a different type of camp oven to the ones I've got. It's a beauty. It's got a pouring spout on that side, so that could come in handy for some backyard cook-ups, everyone. Anyway, let's get the water squirter out, give it a good blast, and see how much of this old gunk comes off with the water squirter, and then I'll slip into Bunnings, grab some cleaning vinegar, which I thought I had some and I haven't. I must have used it, and we'll give her a scrub up. We'll see how she comes up at the end, eh? Stay tuned. I'm back from shopping. I went in for 2 items. I walked out. I went in to get the Super Fry, the solid oil for this, and some milk. I came out 130 bucks down from Coles, and I forgot the Super Fry. Unbelievable. I bought everything but what I needed. Did get all the stuff for the next pizza cook-up, I must admit. But anyway, call into Bunnings, got some cleaning vinegar. So I'm gonna throw that in. And I've got a steel wool scourer, and I got some steel wool, and not realising it's the size of a bale of hay. Have a look at the size of that. Anyway, I got one of these scratchy pads here, so I'm gonna dunk that in the vinegar and start going to work on this. And then I'm going to go to work on the inside of this, and if that doesn't work, I'll get the coarser steel wool. If it's real bad, everyone, you could use the wire brush on your drill. I don't think I'm going to need that. I can just use a bit of elbow grease with this and just use this steel wool, I reckon. That seems to be ripping that off. So I'm just going to spend 10 or 15 minutes going around all this here. And while I've done that, I've got the hooded barbecue out on full herbs, getting that as hot as I can, because after I scrub this up and get as much of the rust off as I can with the steel wool and cleaning vinegar on the inside and outside, I'll give it a rinse off, and then I'm going to throw it in the hooded barbecue for about an hour to get really, really hot. And then I'm going to season it with some oil. All I've got now is canola oil in a spray can. I was going to get the proper tallow type super fry solid oil thing and put on. I forgot it, everyone, so I'm just going to have to, I'm not going to use olive oil. You need a rice bran oil, would have been good, something with a really high heat point on it, boiling point, whatever they call it. So anyway, yeah, that's doing the job. I'll just use some elbow grease now, get in, get this scrubbed up, give it a hose off, and then I'll show you what it looks like before I put it in the thing. But get your barbecue nice and hot, eh? Righto, I just spent about 15 minutes giving her a scrub, everyone. I didn't really need to get the drill with the wire brush on. It wasn't that bad. It looked worse than it was, but that cleaning vinegar does a really good job, eh? Doesn't it, Rafa? Rafa's come out to see if I'm cooking anything. Anyway, so the worst part of it's the top of the lid, which isn't a big deal. It's mainly inside where you cook, isn't it? But that's going to come up nice. So I've given it a scrub with the vinegar. Just gave it a wipe out, so it's looking fairly good. Definitely can tell it needs a season with some good oil and that now. The bottom's not too bad. So that's come up quite good. So I'm going to stick this, I've got the hooded barbecue going now, and I just checked it was 200 Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit or whatever. So I'm going to leave this in there for about an hour to get really, really hot. And when I bring it out, I'm going to spray it with canola oil. It's the only thing I've got, everyone. I was going to do it with a super fry, it's called. It's like a solid tallow type block. I forgot to get it, didn't I? So anyway, I'm going to have to use what I've got, but I'm going to get it really hot first, dry it right out, and then I'm going to spray it with oil, wipe it out with some paper towel, then I'm going to put it back in, season it. I'll probably do it 2 times. So for now, take it over the barbecue, throw this in, and just get it super hot before I put any oil near it. So barbecue's on about 230 Celsius. What's that? Bloody 450 Fahrenheit. It's got a bit of smoke coming out, so I'll sit that one there and I'll sit this one here. Hopefully I can put the hood down. Yeah, that'll do. Righto, I'm going to sit her in there for, oh, I don't know, 45 minutes. Righto. That's been nowhere near 40 minutes, everyone, but it's hot enough to get some oil on it. So I found just vegetable oil. Now, Buck, don't touch that. It's going to be hot. You diddly donk. Righto, so let's get a good coating of veggie oil all over this camp oven, inside and out. Oh yeah, you can hear that sizzling in there. So she got nice and hot in that barbecue, and we want to get oil in every pore of that cast iron, everyone, without burning yourself. So even the handle there, everywhere, we want to get oil into every pore of that. And that's hot. I got me once. Keep count, everyone, how many times I burned myself. Righto. This lid was the rustiest, so I'll give that a good coating. Use a good rice bran oil, is a good one to use. I didn't have any, everyone. I've only got I've only got vegetable oil, so that's going to have to do. So you get the idea. I'm going to go around and get a good coat of oil and get it into every pore of this cast iron. Don't miss any single bit. Underneath, on the top, handle, anywhere. Get a good coating of oil on it. Alright, so you get the idea. Going to do the outside, underneath, inside, underneath the lid, everywhere. I'll come back when I'm done, eh? Rightio, I might get a set of tongs so I don't that oil's super hot now, so I might get a set of tongs and just do all that so I don't burn my fingers. That's a bit easier. Get a set of tongs. That way, less chance of burning yourself, everyone. That just soaks in. I put a bit of oil in there and that's all soaking into the pores of that cast iron. So we want to get it right in there. And then on the outside, get a good glove. I nearly got my leg there, you bloody idiot, Buck. And let's get all the outside of it. Don't miss any part of it. Righto, you get the idea. Righto, so she's all done, everyone. In, out, on top, underneath, everywhere. Really good coat. This doesn't go all the way down. Almost. Anyway, I am going to leave that in a lot longer this time, so I really want to bake that oil so it sets in. It's a seasoning, it's what it's called, and I'm going to do it twice. This is the first time. So I'm going to leave it in there and let that oil really just burn into the pores of the cast iron, okay? 200 Celsius, still going up. What's that? 400 Fahrenheit. So, yeah, nice and hot. The hotter you can get it, the better. Right, everyone. It's about 5:45 at the moment, so didn't quite give it as long as what I'd hoped, but I'm cutting it short because Rob the Wanderer is on in a minute talking about the Barra Crab camp up, so I wanted to get in for that. So anyway, I gave it a second, pulled it out, gave it a second coat of oil, everyone, and it's still scorching hot. That's why I got the gloves on, but it's come up really nice. Look at that. Come up real good. There you go, bottom there, nice and clean, all seasoned on the inside. Nice. The oil seasons and it kind of fills the pores in, so there's a nice smooth surface in there now. Boy, oh boy, that is hot. I can feel it through the gloves even. So that's come up really good. So that was headed for the dump today, everyone. And I'm glad I decided to hang on to it. And so I've got another camp oven now. I'll go to BCF tomorrow. I'll grab a camp oven bag for it. They sell the camp oven bags in at BCF, so I'll grab a bag for it. And I've got another cast iron camp oven, and it's an old one too. As I said, I don't know how old it is. Roz said she remembers Mum, when she was a kid, cooking dampers in this, so it's pretty old. And as I said, it's got the pouring spout on it there, which I don't think my other camp ovens have got that. So anyway, put a comment down. What do you want to see me cook in this? Some sort of something where I can pour the juice over or whatever. So put a comment down and we'll see how we go. I'll keep that up here. I know Timmy Bates did a clip once and he seasoned it with olive oil, everyone. Up here, you cannot put olive oil on these things and then let them sit for too long because the olive oil goes rancid, I've found. If you, especially over summertime when it's really hot, if you put olive oil in there and don't use your camp oven for a couple of months, you take the lid off and there's fur growing inside it. So the olive oil doesn't like the heat of the, you know, the humidity up here. So that's why I found using a vegetable oil or something, it doesn't go rancid like the olive oil does up here. And it might work down in Victoria and that, but up here in the hot weather, olive oil goes off, everyone. And I remember taking the lid off my camp oven once and it had been sitting there for a few months and it was like, I had to scrape the fur out of it. It was disgusting. But anyway, I have got another camp oven. thanks to Roz's mum. So there you go. As I said, I'll buy a bag for that tomorrow. I'll do a cook up. Can never have too many camp ovens, everyone. And that's a beauty. I'd like to know how old that is. Next time I speak to Roz's mum, I'll try and find out, get an idea of how old that is. But if you look after cast iron, everyone, don't drop it because it will crack. It'll last a lifetime. You pass it on to your kids and then they'll pass it on to their kids if it's looked after properly. So there you go. Put a comment down. What do you want to see me cook in that? And have you had a rusty old camp oven and restored it like this? I know there's a few different methods out there on YouTube on how to do that. The ones I saw, people used the white cleaning vinegar and it did a good job, everyone. Bit of elbow grease, some white cleaning vinegar, and then just get the heat and the oil into it and season it up, and that oil has done a really good job. It's just nice and smooth on the inside there now. So before I use that next time, I'll just give it another wipe out with an oily rag, put her on the fire, and she is ready to go. Anyway, take care, look after each other, and we'll catch you again soon, eh? Can't wait to put this one to the test.